Happy Super Bowl Sunday, people. G. Alba here.
Jay Humphrey here.
What's your name?
Pat Hogue here.
Pat Hogue has nothing better to do, you Canadian loser.
Yeah.
He's going to be here hanging out, having Super Bowl Sunday with us, watching a bunch of trailers. So, guys, we're going to be... Football.
Don't you have the CFL?
Let's get to it, guys.
Sorry.
I don't want to yell at you two, all right?
We're both white.
Understand minorities are taking over the whites. Speaking of minorities...
Yes, sir.
Disney's Mulan.
Well,
Don't know how that segues.
depends on how you look at it. As China's one of the world's biggest markets.
There's that, yeah, that's true. This movie has been getting a little bit of a controversial reception towards it, but let's just take this movie on its own merits as we watch this trailer.
No politics.
I'm excited. Yeah, no politics in my life in general. But guys, we're going to be covering a lot more, so make sure to subscribe, click that notification bell so you get notified when our next reaction is up. We know Super Bowl tends to drop a lot of things, so keep updated with us. Anywho, let's get into this trailer.
Jason Scotty.
Close the gates!
Lock the gates.
Of our northern cities have fallen in a coordinated attack. Their leader fights alongside a witch.
Whoa. That character's not in the...
Crush these murderers.
Is that Jet Li? That was Jet Li?
Every family must contribute one man to fight.
You're a war hero. You've already made many great sacrifices.
My father cannot fight, so I will take his place.
Yes.
The northern invaders will kill her.
Come on, Payne.
If I expose her, our own people will kill her. When we take the Imperial City, I will take revenge. For my father! What is your name, soldier?
Seems like a very personal villain.
You will now take the Yen of the warrior. Loyal! Brave!
Oh, he's training them?
Yeah. With the water with it.
What a teacher. I love how much of a Chinese epic it looks like.
Woo!
Be something you're not.
It's like the Iago effect in a lot of ways.
Proof that there is a place for people like us.
Whoa.
Wow.
Threatens our plans.
A warrior.
Nice.
Damn. Whoa.
All right.
I love the fight scenes in that.
Eddie Murphy, man.
I'm so glad he's reprising his Mushu role. Yeah, I think the biggest takeaway that I actually had with this trailer as opposed to the other ones, because it's carrying over a lot of the same themes that we've seen from the other ones, but you get a really good look at Jason Scott Lee here as the villain, one of the villains. Looks like they got two, right? Because
Yeah.
you got him and you got the witch character.
Tag team.
Yeah, and it seems like there's a real personal motivation for him because in the animated movie, he just wanted to conquer territory and all that.
He's a
right?
Disney bad guy.
Disney baddie, and here it seems like they gave a lot more attention to detail on fleshing his character out. And on top of that, the thing I didn't pick up on before. It's pretty cool considering the fact that you got like martial arts legendary actors like Donnie Yen and Jet Li in here who don't look like they're part of the main play of the action sequences for the most part.
But they're gonna face off and have a fight.
Yeah, just throw it in there. Yeah,
The two of them.
no reason. It made no sense for the Emperor to be fighting him, but why not? Let's
They
have
only
it.
have political debates the whole time.
The fight scenes look really cool. They kind of remind me a little bit of that Yuen Wu Ping, Corey Ewan kind of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon fighting action style. And that's something I didn't even think about when it came to the other trailers, but considering the fact that you are dealing with Asian culture, war, battles, yeah, you kind of want some cool ass action fights. So
wire
I
work.
was pretty impressed with the way all that looked.
Yeah. I mean, Disney always gets me to a degree with these new trailers that they put out for these, revitalizations of their classics. And I feel like of all of them, this one has a good amount that it could, do to justify its existence, basically. And so I love that it does look like a real Chinese epic, sort of a Peking opera sort of thing. And it has that, Crouching Tiger, that very traditional and very fluid, beautiful looking artistic fight style, as well as the more like battlefield, lions charging at each other sort of stuff. So I really hope that Disney doesn't throw down on heaviness as much as they do production design and everything like that. But I hope that this brings a certain amount of weight that this story could do, because of all their retreads, I feel like this one is potentially worthwhile.
Sure.
Well, and it's like the latest kind of Disney films, I feel like, are falling too much into the retread territory of like, it's Lion King again, it's
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast again, and it's like, they work, those films work, they have like a template to follow. But Mulan, all of those films, I didn't really have a touch base for my childhood, but Mulan was one I constantly watched on repeat, and I constantly had an attachment before to all the changes they were talking about making of no Mushu, it's not going to be a musical. I was okay with and didn't really have any trepidation towards, because I feel like, especially how the trailers have been showing it, is that they are going more in service of the culture. They're going more in service of, it's about family honor. It's about, nature. It's about
Matchmaking.
and it's about like having, armies be a representation for the ideology between the two, not just have the bad guy want to conquer, but like, what is his emotional goal fighting against Mulan, against the family, and seeing that Disney is kind of letting them not just be about, good guy comes in and fights and the bad guys have to be stopped. It's about honor. It is about kind of what the first Mulan kind of touched on, but it looks like this one's pushing it forward and getting rid of the more childish stuff that doesn't fit in Chinese epics.
Wow. Dude, Pat.
Dude, your Chinese heritage is
why
showing.
is it taking you so long to return to the channel? That was
I've been doing
great, Pat.
Beautiful,
a
dude.
That was
lot
so
of research.
good.
It took me 8 weeks to write that. Okay.
That was
only
really
piece of
good, Pat.
preparation I did.
Thanks, guys.
I was like, these are some solid points you're making right here.
But it is the one Disney movie that they have lined up that I've been pretty excited for, because it feels like, amidst any controversy that amidst any kind of naysayers going towards it, they have to be the most careful of, let's treat this honorably.
Yeah, let's be respectful to
and
this.
On top of it, kind of looks beautiful. The colors really pop.
It
in a
looks
way.
beautiful. You're right about
Yeah.
that. I kind of wonder, because none of the trailers have put this on display at all. I kind of wonder if it's going to be, I don't know if like about a comedy, but I
yeah.
think there's probably going to be a lot more humor.
Where's the
no
Disney
letting on.
influence?
It works, especially because the fact of the matter is they're borrowing from the real life one of what Mulan's
Yes.
based on, but they're also adapting the
Making
Disney
a-
version,
yeah.
and they're doing this weird splice of both.
A mass
right?
marketable, family-friendly-ish.
Exactly. So they're doing a splice of both. With that in mind, I'm like, well, you gotta have some of that Disney humor, right? Especially when she's like in the camp and I forget all their names right offhand.
Oh, yeah.
People like
The fun
Yeah.
sidekicks,
Ling.
the
Ling, yeah.
The other guy.
The classic.
Like that,
the
that's all
bigger
stuff
one.
is really funny, and I kind of want that humor to still be present there, at least in that section of the movie.
Yeah.
I like if they go heavy. I'm all for that. At the same time, I'm like, I wouldn't want them to entirely lose some of the humor.
It's rated R, and it's going to be
Yeah.
a war film.
Because I still think there's some real life humor you can sort of joke at in terms of the fact that this is a woman impersonating a man, infiltrating an army. Like even though this is based on a true story, there's still some fun to be had
Yeah.
with that.
If this was Big Mama's house, it'd be comedy.
Big
it
Mom.
would be really funny.
So
Yeah.
where on the scale of Big's Mama House is Disney going to be going for this one?
Yeah, and I
Hopefully-
hear Martin Lawrence is taking over Eddie Murphy's role as Mushu in this movie. All right, guys. Well, what did you think of this final trailer for Mulan? What are your thoughts on this film? Do you think that it'll be one of the better Disney live-action adaptations? Comment below. Subscribe to The Real Rejects. Click that notification bell to get accepted in the Reject Nation. Get it? Because they're... yep, that's hilarious. Follow Pat on social media. Check us out on Patreon and Stardust app. And oh yeah, one more thing. Patron of the Day shout out! This one's for Chris Whamoff. Now, Chris Whamoff actually wanted us to dedicate his Patron of the Day shout out to his good buddy D'Angelo, because he just found out D'Angelo is gonna be a father.
Oh!
Give it up. Give it up for D'Angelo. Give it up for
Touchdown.
D'Angelo.
That little
Touchdown.
kid.
Now, D'Angelo, I'm gonna give you some fatherly advice. If it's a son, you get him laid right away. I'm talking 10 years old. If it's a girl, chastity belt. You don't want any, you know what I mean? So, son, have fun. Girl, ruin her world. Plain and simple.
That you should get that tattooed just as a reminder, so that you know the parenting advice to the real reject.
You could follow my blog where I'm going to give plenty of I'm not a parent myself, but I'm going to give a lot of parenting advice on there. And I'm starting up my own adoption agency to take care of the unfortunate, because clearly I know what I'm doing. Best of luck to you. And D'Angelo, Angelo is actually my middle name.
Hey.
See, he knows what he's talking about.
So in
There's
a way,
no-
D'Angelo is named after you.
We have a lot in common, D'Angelo.